Welcome to November. Thanks again for being here. I thought our theme of the day, thinking of all things spooky and Halloweenish, the day after anyway, we would talk about the skeleton a little bit more, so the bones. So with that in mind, we're going to just take a quick little check-in, and I promise not to bore us all with too many anatomical terms, but we'll just go through a little check-in. With our hands, just going through a little quick tap, tap, tap. So we're going to go ahead and tap our skull all the way around, all the bones in the head, in the skull, across your temples, across those cheekbones, maybe giving a little massage when needed into the jaw, right? And then down the vertebra, the cervical spine, maybe coming across to those collarbones, feeling those clavicles, and then down the center through the sternum, feeling those ribs, tickle your ribs, going into the back, going down the spine, maybe a little massage across the top of the sacrum there, into the low back, feeling the bones of the pelvis, those hip bone headlights in the front, those sitting bones that you're sitting on, right, all the way down. And then going down, it might be harder to touch some of these bones, getting into the thigh bones and those patella, giving a little wake up, tap, 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 maybe a little slidey slide, side to side, down through the tibia and the fibula, and then all down through those ankle bones, connected to your foot bones. So your ankle bones there, those metatarsals and the long ones here, metatarsals, and then the phalanges, those toes, maybe give them a little wiggle. Okay, and then up into the hands, carpals, and then the long bones, the ulna, the radius, the humerus, ha ha ha, and then other side. Just investigating, being aware of our bones today. And if you can reach your shoulder blades in the back, we'll find them when we lie on our back. So just wiggle out your legs, wiggle out your arms and your head, and we'll take a big deep breath in, feeling those ribs expand as you inhale and close as you exhale, and take that again. Inhale, reaching up, and exhaling, coming back down. We'll go ahead and find our spot lying on your back, so rolling down, feeling those vertebrae come in contact with the floor, being aware of the spaces that don't come in contact with the floor. Nice space underneath the neck. You can roll your head side to side, feel the weight of that cranium rolling side to side. And then just let your arms surrender. Let the hands just open up. Feeling the feet spread nice and wide, all those 10 toes nice and wide and spongy on the floor. We'll take an inhale here. Exhale, scooping out the abdominals, rocking that bowl of the pelvis, and scooping and lifting the hips up. So feeling that long reach of those long thigh bones, those femurs, and those hip bone headlights reaching up to the ceiling. Take an inhale, and exhale, softening, rolling down, feeling that chain of the spine, each of those vertebrae through the spine, rolling back down into its easy long position. Try that again. Inhale. And exhale, scooping and rolling up. Feeling how those feet, again, those spiral domed structures support the weight as you lift up. Inhale and exhale, softening through the upper spine, through the cervical, through the thoracic spine, through that lumbar spine, and at last until your pelvis rests back on the floor. Let's hug those knees into the chest. And take a little stretch there for the long, low back, reaching your tail down. And then placing your hands on top of those patella, on top of those kneecaps, circling around, massaging the low back. Let's reverse directions. Good. And then reaching those arms out to the side, feel that wingspan from fingertip to fingertip. And take our gentle twist, knees twisting over to the left, head turns to the right. Deep breath there, releasing and relaxing those collarbones. And then exhale, scoop the abdominals, bring the pelvis back to the mat. Other side, knees go to the right, head turns to the left. Breathe and stretch that out. And again, exhale, scoop and gather. Bring yourself back to center. We'll give a quick little hamstring stretch here, hugging the this is the right thigh into your chest. Feeling that left leg nice and long on the floor. Opening it out, feeling that rotation in the hip socket. Taking that thigh bone open to the side, feeling a little bit more of that inner thigh stretch. And then taking it across the body, twisting over. A little deeper stretch, a little deeper twist to the back. And then bring it back to the center. Go ahead and extend that right leg, getting deeper into the hamstring stretches there. While we're here, take a few ankle circles, rolling a few times in one direction, and then a few times in the other direction. Good. Deepen that stretch a little bit deeper. Inhale, exhale, and then reach that leg all the way back down to the floor. We'll do the whole thing other side, folding the left thigh into that chest, feeling that crease. And then again, rotating that thigh bone, opening it out to the side. Maintaining that other side of the pelvis so you're not rolling over to the side. Now then taking the hand on the outside of that knee and bringing it across the body, nice spiral twist. And then again, abdominals, return your pelvis back to the center. We'll elongate that leg, check out those hamstrings. A few nice deep breaths here. And then a few ankle circles. You may need to bend your knee a little bit as you stir a few times one way and then a few times the other way, being aware of those bones of the feet. And then again, lengthen the leg a little bit more. Feel that stretch through the hamstrings. And then lengthening the leg all the way back down. Good. Let's move into our roll up from here. So again, you can bend your knees if you need to, feet on the floor, or try the legs nice and long. We'll reach those arms overhead, stretching through the fingertips, lengthen all the way up and over, keeping the ribs from wanting to pop and release. Here we go. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhaling, nodding and scooping, using those abdominals to reach up and over, finding that hover up and over the waistline. Take an inhale here. Exhale, sinking and rolling back down, shoulder blades dripping away. And then as you're rolling down, feeling when those shoulder blades make contact to the floor, nice and long and open. We try that again. Inhale, the arms up. And exhale, nod and scoop. Beautiful. And feel that long stretch up and over. Release the neck, easy does it. Inhale and exhale, slowly melting down. Again, awareness through that chain of the spine. Let's try it 2 more times. Inhale, the arms float up. And exhale, nod and scoop. That's right. And reaching up and over. Inhale fully, exhale, deflate, roll yourself back down, going wide across the sacrum, and melting back down. Last time, inhale the arms, and exhale, nod and scoop. That's great. And you know me by now, at this point, I like to open those sitting bones a little bit wider and take that forward fold over. This is another good place to massage those feet while you're at it. Breathing into the low back. Good. And then rolling back down again, softening the shoulders, melting back down. Good. Let's bring both knees into our chest from here. And we're going to move into a little bit of our core work. Let's try our coordination exercise today. So we're folded into our little fetal position. Inhale, Chest fold, feeling that point right underneath the sternum, that xiphoid process. That's your pivot point. Folding up. Let's extend arms and extend legs. We're reaching long. Keeping this chest fold, peekaboo through the legs. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Here's our coordination moment. One leg stays placed as one leg opens. Try to keep those hands hovering off the floor and try not to tip over. Exhale, close, other side. Feeling that horizontal band, your transversus, working like the Dickens. Bring the legs together, bend your knees, release back down. Let's try this again. Inhale, exhale, curl and reach. Good work. Inhale, open both legs apart, and exhale, gather together. One leg stays, one leg opens. Inhale, exhale, keep that chest fold. Other side. Inhale, open, and exhale, gather together, bend your knees, release back down. Okay, 3 more times. Exhale, contract, reach. Maybe take your legs a little lower to challenge yourself, keeping that scoop. Inhale, legs open. Exhale, close. One leg, inhale. Keeping that opposite pelvic half steady on the mat. Other side, open. Whee, and close it. Bend your knees. Release your head. 2 to go. Exhale, curl, reach. Abdominal zipper strong. Open, inhale. Exhale, close. One leg at a time. Starting to quiver. And close, other side. Open and close. Bend your knees. Rest back down one last time. Exhale, curl, reach. Inhale. Exhale. Now as we do this one leg at a time, make sure your head doesn't change. Keep your spine long. Other side. Keep it together. Just one leg. So hard to isolate. Good work. Bend your knees. Release. Relax back down. Very good. Nod and roll yourself up. We'll do a few of our rolling like a ball exercises and then practice our variation that incorporates the roll over today. So again, making sure you have lots of good cushion behind you. Find your compact ball shape. Shoulders again, away from those ears. Scooping the belly deeply. That's your motivation. That's your pull. You pull those abs deep. That's what rocks you off. Balance. Exhale, come back up. So as we do this rolling, again, imagine that massage through those vertebrae, through the spine. Inhale, rock. Exhale, finding that balance point. Again, inhale, rock. Right up your center line. Be careful not to veer one way or the other. One more time playing. Inhale and exhale. Finding those abdominals to balance you. Now you can either stick with this or as we roll back, the hands come to the floor. We reach and elongate the legs overhead. And then start to roll back down, feeling your abdominals bring you back home. Then bend your knees, nod your chin to chest, and find your ball again. Fancy. Again, scoop and roll back, reach overhead, extend. Little moment to pause and stretch out the spine. Abs pull you back down, nodding chin to chest, bending the knees, and return. Good work. 2 more times. And again, scoop. Reach, inhale, exhale, abs start to bring you back down and bend and rock and roll, hot lava under your feet. Last time, contract, roll, reach. Easy through the neck, no pressure through the upper spine. Scoop those abdominals and rock and roll back up. That's it. Stay in this balance. Lift your shins, feel those long shin bones there. Take your hands away. Shoulders down the back. Feel those lats with you. See if you can extend one leg at a time. Reach. And bend. Inner thighs together. Other side. Reach. And bend. Again. Reach. And bend. Reach. And bend. Hold on to your right leg. Extend the left leg. Slowly roll your spine back down, find your sacrum, be in that chest fold we just practiced earlier, and we'll do our single bent leg stretch. We pull in and switch, breathe, exhale, exhale, in through the nose, inhale, switch, exhale, switch, exhale, switch. Legs are just passing along your midline, alternating, elbows wide, abs hollowing. One more set. In, and exhale, And exhale, hug your knees, relax your head back down. Take it for a little rock side to side. Very, very good. We'll do one more of our Fab 5 exercise series, but with the hands behind the head. So we bring those hands back. The legs do the exact same thing, alternating one leg bent and one leg extended. However, we add that chest fold and a rotation. So we're twisting. Now extend opposite leg. So opposite elbow to knee and rotate, change. And again, reach and reach. Of course, we breathe in, breathe in, breathe out, breathe out. Inhale, using your eyes, really look back. Exhale, exhale, one more set. In, and out, and release. Relax back down. Very, very good. Place your feet back down on the floor and extend the arms up to the ceiling. So we're just reaching the fingers, asking for help from above. Inhale, exhale, take that bridge again. Scoop the pelvis and lift up. I like this feeling of that width across my shoulders as I'm in that bridge. Inhale here, exhale, again, sinking the spine away from the fingertips, feeling that chain, articulating back down to the floor, easy throat. Try that again. Inhale, exhale, scoop, and lift it up. Inhale again, exhale, rolling back down, wide upper back, wide chest. One last time with a little bonus. Roll up again, staying wide across the shoulders. See if you can keep those abdominals nice and strong and take away one leg. This is a challenge. Lift and lower it down. Make sure the pelvis stays placed. Other side, lift and return. One more each way and march in place. And down, last time, lift and down. Return that pelvis to where it started. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself back down. Good, and then sweep those knees into your chest. Give yourself another little stretch if you need to elongate those hamstrings. Good idea. Good. Excellent work. Bring the legs back down to the floor. Take one half of a roll up again, nod and scoop, rolling yourself back up. Open those thighs apart and then curving forward over your butterfly position. Stretching out the spine, relax those hips. Good. And then let's stack the spine again, maybe slide back, extending those legs out in front of yourself. Okay, and I like to flex the feet here. So sending that energy through the underside of the legs there. Extend your zombie arms out in front, shoulders dripping down the back. Inhale fully. Exhale, deflating, folding at the waistline, curling forward. Wide. Take a breath here. Inhale, inflate those ribs. Exhale. And this time as you inhale, stacking and inflating, rolling your spine back up. Heavy, heavy shoulder blades melting away. Inhale again. Exhale, deflate, curving over, reaching with the fingertips, but pulling your spine away from your fingers. Curving, curving, curving. And then let's roll back up. Good. Now, elbows bend into your goal pose position. And lift your chest, lift your eyes, keep the back of the neck as long as you can as you do so. Return, extend the arms, folding forward. Exhale, deflate. Inhale, inflate. Elbows bend, exhale. Inhale, heart lifts, lift. And arch. And one more time like this. Extend forward, exhale, deflate. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, elbows in wide. Inhale, sternum lifts, spine extends. And exhale, return. Let's open those arms wide to the side for our saw. Rotation. Inhale and exhale, fold and reach, reach, reach. Inhale, pull your spine up. And exhale, unwind. Other side. Rotate. Inhale And exhale, forward, reach, reach, reach. Inhale, roll it up. And exhale. One more time each side. Keep those feet flexing. Pull the toes back. Inhale. And exhale, reaching long. Looking with your eyes toward that back hand. Inhale, roll yourself up. And exhale, unwind. Lovely work. Other side. Inhale. And exhale, fold and reach. Looking back. And inhale. And exhale. Good work. Just reach those hands back, stretching out the arms, and then lift the chest. Take another little stretch, opening out through the arms, the shoulders, for the spine. Good. And then return. You might come down onto your elbows now. Okay. And again, try not to just collapse here, but really press out of those elbows, out of the shoulders, and lift. Bring your knees into your chest, abdominal strong, so keep that zipper working for you here. We'll just take a little twisty twist side to side, keeping the knees stacked, rotating over to one side, and then having the visualization of a hook on your hip bone, abdominals pull you back to the center, and then other side, up and over, other way. Feeling some stretch across the obliques, maybe across the shoulders as well. Inhale, exhale, abdominals, pull you back. Try that 2 more times. Just an easy twist, massaging those outer hips and rotating through the waistline. Exhale, pull. And 1 more time, twisting up and over, rolling over those hips. And again, exhale, gather and return. Good. Let's flip over onto your belly next. Good. Extend those arms and legs. And I'm in a narrow little X. So I'm reaching toward the corners of my mat. It's a little bit wider than shoulder distance. Wag those hips and release. Feel long in the front of the pelvis here. We're going to feel that diagonal from one fingertip down to the opposite leg. And my spine is long. I'm just looking down at the floor. And I'm going to take a reach out with those opposite arm and leg and then lift up. Feeling really solid through my center, but that radiating diagonal line from fingers to toes. And then lowering back down. Other side. Energy out to the top of the head, out to the tail, fingers and toes. Reach and lift. Extend through those limbs. Feel long and energized. And then lower back down. Again, as you're doing this alternating lift, keep those abdominals feeling like they're lifting up rather than pooching down into the mat. So lift up to support the spine. And then lower down. And other side, reach and float. Engaging the back of the thigh through those hamstrings, through the glutes, through the lats, through the upper back. That's it, and lower back down. Good. Once you've done an even amount of those floats, bring the legs a little closer together and the hands by the shoulders for some swan extension. So from here, again, feeling the abdominal hovercraft, lifting up and in. We paint our mat with our eyes. The eyes reach forward and then up along the wall, sliding the shoulders away from the ears, lifting up, pressing into the hands, stretching the belly, stretching the front of the body. Inhale and exhale, elongate. Feel like you're creating more space in between each vertebra as you lengthen back down. Let's try that at least 2 more times. Eyes begin, curious baby. Slide the shoulders back. Feel open and wide across those collarbones, across those clavicles. Inhale here, and then exhale, rolling yourself back down. Good. 1 more time, lengthen out. Really visualizing how those vertebrae are moving, how you're curving, extending the front of the body, feeling that extension. And then again, rolling back down, all the way. Very nice. You can just bring one hand to make a pillow for your forehead and see if you can bend one knee, perhaps grab a hold of your pant legs, or if you can, your ankle or foot. And just to give yourself a little bit of a thigh stretch here, bringing that shin to meet the back of the thigh. Okay, you may feel some quad stretch there. If you need a little bit more stretch, think about lifting that thigh bone up off the floor to deepen that stretch to the quadriceps. And then again, carefully release it down. Let's exchange other side. So again, taking the other ankle, maybe you can just grab your pant legs, whatever you can do. Bringing that heel towards your tush. Feeling that stretch to the front of the thigh. Again, if you need more stretch, lift that knee up. Good, and release. Back down. Good, let's come to our hands and knees from here. Collect my shirt, it's a little bulky today. Finding your quadricep, your quadruped position. Nice and square shoulders over those hands. We're going to try to do the same idea with the opposite arm and legs for our balance. So we were in that nice square position here. Abs are lifting, so you're not letting yourself sink and hang in the middle. Slide the opposite fingers and toes forward and along the mat, and then float just barely. Try not to collapse into a big arch to that low back. Keep length. And then fingers and toes come back and return underneath yourself. Other side. Glide and slide, keeping that axis of the spine long, looking down at the floor. Float opposite arm and leg just a bit to challenge that balance with two limbs. Return and collect. Other side. Glide and slide. Abs are lifting. Spine is supported. Float those limbs up. Bring it back down. And return. Last time, other side. Glide and slide. And float, lift. And again, bring it back home. And under. Round your spine now in that lovely cat back stretch. And just rock forward and back. Just pouring your weight from the hands back to the knees. Just rocking in that curled position. Feel how that stretch changes as you shift. Good. And then until you finally set all the way back down towards your heels in your child's pose position. Tiptoe those fingertips as far forward as you can. Feel your rib cage elongate forward over the thighs. Maybe let your head rest toward the floor. And this is a great position to practice that full body breath. As you inhale, feel how your body expands, how the ribs move. Bringing all that good oxygen into those lungs. Exhale, the ribs soften and close. And you melt into a puddle on the floor. Try that one more time. Big inhale. Expanding through the back, expanding through those ribs. And exhaling, softening, melting. Very, very good. All right, let's change into our side lying position. And we're coming into our bent leg position. So my hips and shoulders are stacked and my knees are bent. Feet and knees stacked together. You can either have this hand as your kickstand here, or you can be aware of what your pelvis is doing. Maybe put your hand on the top of that crest of the hip there. So we're going to stay in this bent leg position. Keep this length from the rib cage to the pelvis. So keep that space there. And we're going to lift parallel. So we're going to lift the whole thigh, knee, shin, foot, and then lower back down. Try to do so without changing and shortening through the waist. So again, lifting up. Little doggy on a hydrant. And then lowering back down. And try that again, lifting up. You could make this more exciting for yourself if you tied a TheraBand around your legs there. You could add some resistance. Lifting up. This is like our fatal thigh routine that we do sometimes in the studio. And lower down. Again, lifting up, fighting gravity. And lowering down. And one more time, lifting up. And lowering part way down. So you're going to come to that horizontal place where your hip and knee and foot are on this parallel plane. Flex that top foot. And now we're going to activate from right behind the sitting bones, pushing back, little donkey kick push. Try not to let your ribs spill forward. And then bring it back in. And again, so we're pushing through the heel, using your hamstrings and your glutes to push. And then return forward. And again, how steady can you keep the rest of yourself as you press and fold? Actively squeeze your bum as you push it back and return. Again, press and reach and return, keeping horizontal. And again, press and reach and return. Good. Now bring the legs back together again. You can relax that ankle. Feet are glued together. Now we do our clamshell. So again, my pelvis stays in place. I don't roll backward. I'm just going to rotate and lift like a clamshell. Lift that thigh and then press and squeeze it slowly closed. And again, opening, working those rotator muscles in the back of the hip and then lowering back down. And again, inhale, open and exhale, closed. And inhale, open and exhale, close. You can continue 4 more times like this or make it more exciting. Lift your feet and go through a little greater range of motion. Opening, big clamshell and close. And again, lift and close. 2 more times like this. Open and close. And last time, open and close. Good work. Lower those feet if you have them extended. Extend the bottom leg long. Cross over that top leg. Let's go into our big circles today. So here you are. Slide the top arm and then big circle, tracing along the floor. Allow your head to follow that hand as you circle around. Come up and over the hip. And do that one more time. Big circle, reach all the way around. And up and over the hip. Return, reverse it. Rotating thumb leads, palm open to the sky. Over the hip, around. And together. Feeling how you're rolling on that shoulder that you're lying on. Rolling onto the shoulder blade. Opening through the collarbones. Good. And return. Good. Let's switch around to the other side. Back into that same bent leg position. Hips and shoulders stacked. Keeping that space long from your rib cage to your hips. And we do our lifts and lowers. Open and close. Imagine you have a pane of glass on your leg. You're lifting it up and then lowering it down. Just waking up these abductor muscles on the outer hip. Lift and lower and lift and lower. A few more times, lifting up and lowering down. Imagining if you had a TheraBand resistance with you as you're working. Lift and lower and pause, parallel, flex that top foot, push and squeeze, press the heel, keep your abs strong, try not to twist, and then bring it back in. Pressing that thigh back, extending the front of the hip, and then folding. And again, push and reach, abs are with you. And fold, continue to breathe as we move. Exhale, push. And in 2 more times and press and fold last time and push, squeeze, reach and return. Relax your leg, bring it back down, and now for clamshells. Pelvis stays placed and we lift and spiral. Open that femur bone and then bring it back down slowly. And again, lift and press. And creating your own imaginary resistance here. Slow squeeze. And again, old creaky clam. Good. You can continue like this or lift your feet. Go for a little bit larger range. Open and close. And again, inhale, open and press. Squeeze it closed. 2 more times. Lift, open and close. And last time, opening and close. Well done. Release, relax. Take that top leg across, bottom leg extends, and stack the palms. Let your head rest. 2 giant circles. We take that top arm and slide it forward and then trace Following your hand with your eyes as you make your big circle all the way around. Let your head roll on the floor, returning, and again, big circle. Breathe and return. 2 times reversing, rotating open, using that thumb to guide you around, all the way around. And return one more time. Big circle sweep, reaching all the way around. Well done. Let's roll onto your back. Since we did those clamshells, let's give our piriformis and glutes a bit of a stretch. So we're going to cross one ankle over your thigh, casual crossover position. And then one hand goes between, the other hand goes on the outside, link underneath the thigh or on top of that shin. As you're guiding that pretzel shape in towards you, relax your head, heavy on the floor, lengthen your tail, down, long spine, and then guiding those thighs into your chest. Once you're there, you may settle in or try a little side-to-side shift, finding other tight angles. Breathe and stretch it out. And then we'll carefully exchange other side, crossing the other ankle over the knee. One hand goes on the inside, one hand on the outside. Link the hands under or over. And same thing, long axis on the floor as you pull those thighs into your chest. Sending your exhales down where you feel it. And again, maybe a little shift side to side. Good job. Go ahead and release, relax. Quick little hug. And then placing your feet back down on the floor. Wiggle those feet out a little bit farther from your center. Knees together. Hands down by your side. Practicing our roll up in this position here. So we inhale, exhale, nod chin to chest. Find that chest fold. Continue to scoot, keeping the feet placed on the floor. Roll yourself up. Then reaching with painting the wall, reach the arms up, taking your eyes with you. And then rolling back down, contract to the low spine and melt yourself back down to the floor. All the way down. This is a good prep for our teaser work. Again, inhale, exhale, fingertips reach, nod chin to chest, scooping and curling through the belly. Roll yourself up, elongate your spine, and then like you're in the roller coaster, woo, reaching your arms up. And then again, coming back forward, contract and rolling through. So we get a little bit of an extension at the top. One more time, playing like this. Inhale and exhale. Fold, keeping those feet in the wet cement. Rolling up, lift your sternum, lift your eyes, reaching, looking at your fingertips. And then again, contracting, curling shoulders, melting down. That's right. Rolling back down. Now, if that was challenging enough, try it again like that, keeping your feet on the mat. If you'd like a little bit more challenge, as we roll up, we're going to lift our feet into a little bent leg teaser position. So inhale, exhale, reaching through the fingers, still rolling and curving through the low spine, and then lifting the knees up, finding your teaser position here. If you can, again, lift the eyes, lift the arms, challenge that balance. And then contract, rolling through the lumbar spine, placing your feet back down so your feet and your head come back together. Let's try that again. Inhale, and again, exhale. Reach, inner thighs together, float and lift. Perhaps if you're feeling really ambitious, extend those legs. See if you can lift your eyes, try not to fall. And again, bring it back through. Rolling down, well done. And release, good. Let's do half of one more for our transition. Scoop and roll up. Good. And then just roll to one hip, bringing your knees into your mermaid position. Again, either legs stacked like this or in a more open fourth position, whatever works for you. So you're nice and long, hold up. Let's take this arm up along the ear. Feel that reach to the fingertips And then shortening this side of the spine, but elongating the other, curving over toward your feet. Side bend, breathe and stretch. Good. And then hand behind the head. I've been enjoying adding this little variation, looking up, opening the chest, get a little bit of extension, stretching the rib cage. And now scoop the belly and contract forward, elbow toward your knee. Breathe into that low back. Good. Return to your side bend, that lateral curve. Unfurl that arm, reach, 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 reach. Let's bring it up and do a little bit of reverse moving today. So hand comes to the floor. Now we lift up through this opposite side and curve over, bring the arm up and over, doming the spine again. So we're stretching the opposite side. Now then, inhale, reach up to the ceiling and then thread the needle, fingertips. Go underneath, lift the rib cage and spiral twist, wringing it out. And then unfurl, lifting the rib cage again and up. Arm comes back down to the feet. Use your abdominals, not so much this other arm, to bring you back up. Hands go behind you. Reach the legs around to the other side. Transition. So knees again, stacked or in your fourth position. Hold on to your fin with your other arm. Lift this long arm up, up, up. Inhale and exhale, side fold. Condensing one side, elongating the other side. Feeling that stretch to the side body. Good. Inhale, hand gut behind the head. Looking up at the ceiling. Open. Feel that chest stretch. And exhale, scoop and contract. Hold and breathe. Nice. And return to your sideways position. Lateral curve. Unfurl that arm. Extend, extend, extend. Go further. And then bring yourself up. That hand goes to the floor. We lift the bottom ribs. We arc up and over into that mermaid side bend here. Good. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, lift the ribs, spiral, thread the needle. Wring out your torso. Good. Return, lifting the rib cage, find that same arc. Lift the arm up. And exhale, arm comes down. Use your abdominals to come back up. Very good. Bring your legs back into your little butterfly position, soles of the feet together. Press against the shins here. And again, lift the heart, open the chest. And then coming up and over the top, notch into chest and round forward, folding over, stretching out that long column of the spine, letting those thighs open, stretching out the hips. And again, rolling up through the spine. This time, reaching through the arms, lifting the heart, opening it up. And returning back to center. And one more time, folding forward. Stretching it out. And scooping and rolling it up. Crossing one leg over the other into a little twist stretch. Pulling that knee into the opposite shoulder. Lengthen that chain of the spine, spiral into that thigh. Place your hand on the floor when you've reached your fullest twist. And take a few deep breaths here. Good. Unwind, other side, pressing against the inside of that knee, turning the other direction. Good. Coming back to center, stacking those knees as best you can. And gently taking a bow, hinging forward, feeling a little deeper hip stretch there. And stack, coming back up, other side, exchange legs. Both sitting bones parked on the mat, bringing that knee to the opposite shoulder. Spiral lift through the rib cage. Placing the hand down when you get there, encouraging that spiral. And coming back to center, same arm as leg, press on the inside, twist the other direction. And And then same thing, coming back to center, stacking those knees as best you can. Everybody's pelvis is a little different. Go ahead and hinge forward. Good, and release from that. Come up to a kneeling position, as long and as vertical as you can. And I know my head is gone from your screen, but feeling those hips nice and long and open in the front here. Good. Stay stacked, trying not to let the pelvis sit back, but to really try to keep as forward as you can. I'm reaching my right arm up and then side bending over. I might touch the floor, I might not, but feeling a little extra stretch, but also open through the front of the hip. And return. And then other side, reaching up and side bending, reaching down with the opposite hand and over to the side. That's it. And then coming back up. Very good. Now bring your right foot out in front of yourself and maybe press the pelvis forward a little bit so you're feeling some stretch through the front. So if your right leg is forward, your left leg is back, pressing the pelvis forward a little bit. Now then reach the left arm up and take that little side bend over. So maybe feeling a little bit more psoas stretch. Good. And then returning, carefully exchange other side. Other leg forward. Hip stack forward, just gently hinging forward. That's it. So if my left leg is forward, my right leg is back, my right arm comes up, and then side bending over just a bit to increase that side bend and that psoas stretch. Good job. Coming back together again. I'll scooch as far back as I can. Inhale, lifting up, and exhaling down. One more time. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, and have a great rest of your Sunday. Thank you very much.